Welcome to the Accessibility Assessment Project of the White Mountain Public Library. In this first slide, you're viewing the outside of the library of focus for this assessment project, the White Mountain Library in Rock Springs, Wyoming. The library is a small rural library serving both the people that live in the town as well as the surrounding smaller towns, most of which do not have libraries. The library serves a population of about 15,000 people, and the library's mission statement says that the library seeks to improve the lives of members of the community by providing free access to a large range of information sources and services. This assessment seeks to find out how the library fares in terms of providing information services to persons with disabilities. This short assessment will attempt to answer the question of what technologies does the library make available to enhance access for persons with disabilities to all resources that the library offers. The indicators used for this assessment represent a broad range of different categories and tools, including both traditional formats as well as web services and software availability. The library does well in many areas of traditional formats for persons with disabilities. In this slide, you are looking at the library's audiobook collection. It covers major subjects and genres and is one of the highest circulating parts of the collection, used mainly by aging readers and library users who struggle with varying degrees of visual impairment. This next slide shows the library's large print collection. It has a significant number of titles, but falls a bit short in the nonfiction part of the collection. And a recent patron suggestion regarding the low number of large print items in the science fiction collection has the library now focused on building this aspect of large print. This next slide shows a picture of the library's Braille collection. The Braille items are only found in the children's department. There are no Braille print books found in any area of young adult or adult collections. The next part of the assessment will look at computer-driven technologies, which also serve as the category of accessibility tools that needs the most attention at the White Mountain Library. But before addressing the problems with the library's current inventory of computer accessibility features, the slide you're looking at now is of the library's ZoomText keyboard and software that is installed on one computer. However, this is the extent of the computer-driven accessibility tools available, as well as a lack of technology devices which would assist persons with disabilities and allow them greater access to a broader range of information services available at the library. Some suggestions for developing these resources would be to add a Kurzweil reader, more Braille books in the adult and young adult collection, screen readers, refreshable Braille displays. Additionally, several different softwares could increase the degree of access children with disabilities have. For example, proofreading software like Ginger or Got-It, and the library could consider adding educational gaming software like Atismo for children with autism or Down syndrome. Now I'd like to show you two last slides. One is of the library webpage, and this is an essential area where the library could really benefit from some changes in web technologies and designs. As you can see from the screenshot, there's much that could be done to improve the website for persons with disabilities. The text is very small, and the color schemes make it very difficult for people with visual impairments to differentiate or understand the images and buttons. A significant problem with the site is that many persons with disabilities are unable to use a mouse, and the tabbing functions are next to impossible to see due to the color schemes and indicators. Even when users without visual impairments use the tabbing features, it's nearly impossible to see where the cursor indicators are at on the page at any given time. And the color schemes, the dark on dark colors where many of the buttons are located, are also very challenging. In this last slide, we see a great example of some of the things the library could consider in altering the design of their webpage. The site has put the time and focus into persons with disabilities, and has created an easy-to-read, tab, and generally navigable site. The contrasting color schemes are in compliance with the WCAG, something that we have read about in our readings over the course of the semester as we become familiar with the WCAG guidelines, the ADA, and the ALA rules of compliance and best practices. Also, the MATES article on access to all patrons provides a detailed framework which the library could use to initiate some of the first steps to provide a broader access to persons with disabilities.